Prince Edward couldn't hide the shock on his face when Lucas told him he was a supernatural being. They have been friends for, say, 7 years, and he kept this a secret from him. How much more doesn't he know about him? Prince Edward thought while he gave Lucas a look that says we'll discuss about this later, before turning his attention back on the guardians who were waiting patiently for them. We, He paused and glanced at Lucas, still not believing what he heard. The guardians, noticing that he was speechless, decided to do the talking for him. Since you have one who can create a portal, all you need to do is find her. If he is a supernatural being, why can't he reverse the curse? He is a supernatural being, all right, but he is not a supernatural being from the guardian of the heavens. Only one with the true blood of the heavens can reverse the curse. The guardian of authority explained. He is just a mere supernatural being, but she is the chosen one. The guardian of light added. Satisfied by the answer, Prince Edward asked, "How do we find her?" The guardian of light smiled as he dipped his hand into his robe, and a ball of white light came out his hand. The ball of light increased and suddenly decreased, and a beautiful amulet was found in his hand. This is an amulet of the guardians. It will lead you straight to her. The light will shine when you are with her. Prince Edward took the amulet from his hand as he stared at the uniqueness of the design. It was an amulet shaped in the form of a lock. Are you saying she also has an amulet in the shape of a key? You are wise, Your Highness, the guardian of nature complimented with a broad smile on his face. But let me warn you, it won't be so easy to convince her to come here, so in order to do that, you have to prove yourself worthy. How do I intend to do that? Slowly, the guardian's figures began to disappear. You will know when the time comes, and immediately they disappeared. Every Orr who hid came out of their hiding to approach the prince as they all went on their knees pleading and asking him to save the kingdom. Be rest assured, I will find this mysterious lady and bring her here, and our kingdom will be safe once again. You can all return to your homes. What do we do about the water? One of the commoners asked. Or the dead fishes? Or the dead tress? Other complaints were laid that made Prince Edward sad. If only his father didn't make the guardians angry, all of these wouldn't have happened. El will ask the guards to dig the ground in search of fresh water, and some will go to the nearest kingdom to buy food that will be sufficient till when we arrive with her. How long is this going to take? Will you be able to find her? What if she refuses to come? Are we going to die? Prince Edward furrowed his eyebrows in anger as they kept asking him questions. He wasn't sure of the answers. He was about to yell at them when Lucas held his hand when he noticed he was angry. Everyone, please listen, Lucas said as they all kept quiet. This is the first time such a thing has ever happened in this kingdom, and to be honest, we don't have answers to all your questions. Going to another world to bring her will be a tasking job for us. If she will agree to come with us, is up to her decide while we pray to the guardians to be merciful with us. All we ask is that you please be patient and pray to the guardians to make this journey a successful one. The people began to understand that the situation wasn't as easy as they imagined it to be. One of the people came out and said, "We pray the guardians will crown your efforts with success." Lucas nodded with a smile. Can you all return to your various houses so we can decide how to go about this? They all nodded. Prince Edward gave a sigh of relief as he watched them leave. He knew if Lucas hadn't stopped him, he would have made things worse by saying things he didn't mean. After everyone had left, Prince Edward turned to look at Lucas, and of course the gardener understood what the look meant. No, here. He walked in front of the prince to lead the way to where they would have the discussion, and the prince followed. Claudia was in her room staring out the window when Phoebe rushed into her room to meet her. Her dark, curly hair was swaying left and right as she ran to hug Claudia. Claudia, surprised at the sudden action, turned to look at her, wondering why she was running and panting like that. "Are you okay?" "Yes, Mom." She paused to catch her breath. "Chad and Gwen wouldn't stop bothering me. How many times have I told you not to call them by name? Chad is 22 and Gwen is 24. But Mom, when you gave birth to them, there wasn't anything else attached to their names like Aunt Gwen or Uncle Chad, and besides, it makes them feel old and I won't find it fun playing or hanging out with them anymore." Claudia couldn't stop herself from smiling. "But still, you have to show them respect." "Will they call me Aunt Phoebe if I call them that?" "Respectis receptacol. You taught us that." Just as Claudia was about to justify her words, Gwen and Chad came in. "Good morning, Mom." "How are you?" "Not fine." Chad came to meet her while glaring at Phoebe. "She's a menace." "No, I am not." "Oh, yes, you are," Gwen said with her arms folded across her chest. "Shouldn't you be on my side? I know you are only siding Chad 'cause you like him." Claudia's eyes widened in shock. "See why I said she's a menace?" Chad pointed to Phoebe, who was sticking out her tongue at them. Claudia then turned to face Phoebe while giving her a stern look. "It's wrong to say what you don't know. You have no idea how that makes them feel. Gwen and Chad are siblings, and it's wrong for them to fall in love." "But I saw it. Her cheeks turns pink every time she talks about him or looks at him. Eek, she is doing now." Phoebe pointed, and when Claudia and Chad turned to look at Gwen, her cheeks were pink. Phoebe couldn't stop laughing. "So you were saying?" she asked with her arms folded while she stared at everyone in the room.